What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm already saying but hey, how's it going? Gosh, I always say how are you? I'm finally here streaming. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. Who is she? I don't know her. I've tried to work on this video a little bit, so let me know if it's like out of sync, if it looks bad. I've tried to work on my mic some more too, even though it's a piece of crap. I think I discussed that in the last stream, how it was just not a good microphone and I really wasted my money with it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here, do a little stream, hang out with you guys. I'm already thirsty to death. I have some exciting news to share with you. It is currently my favorite time of the year, or it's getting very close to my favorite time of the year, and that is when the Spirit Halloween opens. I am so freaking excited, y'all. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I got a notification that 2 of the 3 that are going to open in my area have opened. I'm going to get my nails done on Saturday, and I'm going to go check out the Spirit Halloween. I'm over the moon excited. I always love going to Spirit Halloween. If you don't know what Spirit Halloween is, it's basically a big store that usually sets up in a rundown building or like a store or a building that's been abandoned, like an old Joanne or old Dollar General, old arts and crafts store. The Spirit Halloween sees that carcass, and decides to move in for the season. So I'm very excited to go to Spirit Halloween this weekend. I cannot wait. I hope they have bunches of new stuff. I know they have some old stuff I've seen on like Instagram and stuff. But I'm hoping for more Scream merch and more just generally spooky things. They always have like the best jewelry, like earrings and stuff, so I'm hoping to get some earrings as well. Also gonna go to Michael's because oh my god, they've put out their Halloween stuff and I keep seeing it online. Boy, is my very soul ready. I'm so ready for Halloween. It's just, I'm seeing the pumpkin stuff, and pumpkin coffee comes back to Starbucks on August 22nd. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. They're also bringing back the apple crisp syrup, which is also very good. The fall vibes are in the air. It's still like 95 degrees outside. It's so nasty. It's literally disgusting outside today. Gross. But I'm inside. My air conditioning's on. I'm pretending that it's fall. I'm pretending I've got a cool spooky outfit on because it's fall time outside. So I'm really, really excited. Abe said, "You are going to fill your house with decorations for Halloween." Yes, I am. Absolutely 100%. Also, is the audio too loud? I have it turned down a little bit, but I don't know if it's enough. Also, any problems with the video you see, please let me know in the chat. I would love to hear any kind of feedback because I'm always working on the quality of the stream. I'm limited in what I have, but I'm doing the best with what I've got. So just, if you see anything that can be improved on, let me know. Or if the sound's too loud, or if the video's lagging, just be like, hey Bean, you suck. Taco Man, what's up? I'm so glad to see you. What is up, my homie? My homie. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, happy Monday, guys. Happy beginning of the week. You guys have any big plans for this week? I do not, other than on Saturday. I'm going to get my first set of spooky nails for the season. I've already picked them out. They're so gorgeous. They're gonna have bats on them. I cannot wait. Saturday, I hope it's raining and overcast and a little chilly because I just want it to be fall so bad. I'm ready for it to cool off. I'm sick of bugs, sick of the heat, sick of it just being so humid and muggy outside, just swimming in soup every time I go outside. That's what it feels like. I'm honestly just so sick of summer. It's gross. It's nasty. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for cold weather. If you like the summer, I'm so happy for you. I hate it. I think it's gross. Abe said I have a little delay in the video. Taco Man, I did say hey to my old pal, Taco Man, I sure did. I don't know why I have a little delay in the video. Because YouTube says my stream right now is excellent. I don't know. I don't know why. Any suggestions on how I can fix that little lag? You guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am. So if you have any suggestions, I can change my frames per second maybe, or I don't know. I don't know. Yo, what's up? I hope you're doing good. Oh my god, my good pal Jolito is in the chat right now. I love you so much. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a minute. I don't know if you're busy or if you'll be able to hang around, but I'm glad to see you. Anyway, guys, I can't stop thinking about Halloween. I got up this morning and I was like, it's gonna be 95 degrees outside today. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be nasty. Am I gonna put on my long sleeve spiderweb mesh top and just sweat it out? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I am. Absolutely. I cannot stand summer anymore. I'm ready to be spooky. I mean, look at me. A beacon of spook. That is what I am. I should have put on a lipstick today and my contacts, but I hope you don't mind this glare in my glasses. I know it's a little annoying, but if you didn't know, I am blind, very much so. I'm not legally allowed to drive without my glasses or contacts. I went in for an eye exam a few years ago, and they were like, Bean, how long have you went without wearing your glasses? I'm like, too long. And they're like, well, you've been illegally driving this whole entire time because your eyesight is not good. So, I do have to wear glasses. In most of my pictures, I have either my contacts in or I'm just going blind. Because I know I don't wear my glasses in a lot of my pictures. And that is because I get such a bad glare on my glasses when I take pictures. I usually have some kind of light, whether it's natural light or a ring light. And it always reflects in my glasses, and you can't really see my eyes too well. So that is why I'm rarely wearing my glasses when I take pictures. Abraham, I'm feeling better today. Yesterday and the day before were pretty rough. Saturday was a really rough day for me. If anybody doesn't know, I have really bad IBS, and I've been having a time with it. But I've been changing my food around a little bit more, Abe, and that seems to be helping so far. I felt a little bit better yesterday, and I'm feeling pretty better today. I've got more energy. I haven't had to be in the bathroom all day like I have been the last couple days. Um, yeah, I'm feeling better today. I feel more energized, and I, I've ate two, or yeah, I've ate 2 meals today, and my stomach hasn't hurt, which is very good news. I'm very excited for that. I'm like, yes, thank God. I'm so sick of being sick. I've got something on my cup. Oh my god, Crowbone. Oh my god, hey friend, how in the heck are you? I'm so glad you're here. Have you ever been to one of my streams before? Crowbone is a subscriber on Instagram, dude. I love you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it so much. So much. I can't even tell you. You look you're gorgeous as always. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. Crow, what you doing today? What's up? I know you're in a different time zone than I am. Abe, if I'm feeling better, I am not going to the doctor. I don't have the time for it. I'd rather not. I do need to get a yearly, like, physical, but, who really has time for that? Not me. Not me. The cup is nasty. I need to wash this cup. But guys, I'm looking to spend an ungodly amount on Halloween shopping this weekend. No, I'm gonna try to be responsible. There are many things I want. I've got a few items from Michael's picked out, like two small things that I really need. I get most of like my spooky decorations every year from Michael's, like everything you see on these shelves, except for this picture frame and this potion bottle hand, are from Michael's. Everything. That or TJ Maxx. Oh, TJ Maxx this time of the year has the best spooky things. It's so good. Everything's just so spooky and so great, and it makes me so happy. Abe, no, do not send me a mad face. I cannot handle it. Do not. Do not do it. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to stay hydrated. I'm very thirsty today for some reason. I'm just like needing my drink every 5 seconds. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you. I had some pumpkin mac and cheese yesterday. I don't know. I think I mentioned this in the last stream. But my favorite food of all time is pumpkin mac and cheese. It's so delicious. It's so warm. It makes you feel cuddly and just, it feels like fall. But I had it yesterday. I used chickpea pasta because I have a gluten allergy. I used some pumpkin puree with some Alfredo sauce. Very delicious. If you just mix those together, it makes a really good, like, pumpkin cheesy kind of sauce. And some turkey kielbasa. It was very good. I need a tissue. Hold on. I don't know where I put the tissue that I had set out. My nose is running. Hold, please. I know that's really gross. It's the grossest thing when I blow my nose on stream, but it is what it is. It happens. Felt like I was gonna sneeze there for a minute, but anyway, pumpkin mac and cheese is absolutely amazing. If you've never had pumpkin mac and cheese, just try it. It's so good. It's so just fulfilling. It's so magical. I can't describe it. If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, like ever, it's gotta be pumpkin mac and cheese. It used to be sushi, but American sushi apparently has way too much sugar in the rice. And I'm like, that's not good for you, man. That's pretty disgusting. So it has shifted from sushi to pumpkin mac and cheese. That's a large jump. Those are two completely different categories, but that is the way that my heart is feeling nowadays. But pumpkin mac and cheese is great. You can turn it into a pasta bake if you put some like cheese and breadcrumbs on top. Absolutely amazing. Delicious, delectable. You can't beat it. What are you guys up to though? I see there's a few people here. Ava, I see you're lurking. Are you mad at me? I hope not. Trying to think of what else there is to talk about. Like, let me see what I've got on my radar here on Instagram. Also, always open to questions if you guys have any questions. Gonna go into my archive. Story archive. Abe, I'm very glad you're not mad at me. I was a little worried. I would try to play like some nice background music, but I know my computer would start freaking out and it'd be like, no ma'am, what are you doing? Absolutely not. 0 out of 10. I cannot believe you're doing anything like that right now. How dare you? How absolutely dare you? My computer sucks so bad. Okay, so I pulled up some old questions that I dropped something behind me. Crowbone, I don't think I did. I don't think I dropped something behind me. There's nothing that could fall. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I've archived a post with some questions on it that I didn't get to answer in the last stream, so I'm going to answer them now. Someone said, what is your favorite holiday destination? Places I've been to is the beach. There's a beach that's about 4 hours away from where I live. I've been going there my whole entire life. It's my favorite place in the entire world other than my house. It's wonderful. It's peaceful. It's a really quiet beach. There's not like a lot going on there. It's just nice and peaceful and relaxing. My uncle owns a house there, so me and my mom will go stay for a week every year. And then later in the year, my sister, her husband, their kids, and my mom and I will go. And it's so nice. It's so fun. It's a lot of just like sitting around. It's not a lot of like go here, go there. It's a very just relaxed vacation. My favorite thing to do is to just go sit out on the ocean and just sit out there with a book, read all day, take a nap, go hunt for seashells. That is one of my favorite things to do, period, ever, is to hunt for shells. And the best time to hunt for shells, guys, let me tell you, is when it's low tide. The tide is at the very lowest. They've got apps that can show you this now, which I love. But you wait till the very lowest tide, and you can see the sandbars out in the ocean. That's where like the waters went out so far. You can still see kind of the ocean floor, I guess, and you can walk out to it. That's where you find the best shells, on the sandbars. Usually you'll have to go from the shore and you'll get about waist deep, but then you'll go up on the sandbar where you're just standing and you're not like in the water anymore. It's just sand. I don't know if I'm explaining that in a way that makes any sense. And then you can find like these huge whelk shells, or I've always called them conch shells. They're just humongous. I found a couple this last time when I went to the beach, and it was incredible. I also found a whole sand dollar when my mom and I went earlier in the year. It's the best. I love hunting for shells, and it's like a competition between me and my nephews to see who can get the biggest shell. We get so competitive when it comes to shell hunting. I'm not usually very competitive. I'm very like, yeah, whatever, I could take or leave it. But when it comes to shell hunting, I'm out in the ocean. I'm like, a shark, go ahead and bite me. No, I don't really want to get shark bitten. But I get out in the ocean. I'm like up to here. I'm hunting for shells. I'm feeling around with my feet. I found one of the biggest shells this year. Like this much of a whelk shell was coming up out of the sand, like in the water. I'm about waist deep. I could see about this much of this whelk shell. It was just one of the little knobs on it. And I was like, oh man, if this is a whole freaking whelk, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna be so excited. And I went down and I grabbed it with my hand. It could have had an animal in it, could have had a sea creature in it still, but I went ahead and I picked it up. And it was thankfully empty. I didn't have to put it back, but it was a very good size conch shell. It was like maybe this big. I was so excited. It's not the biggest one I've ever seen like anybody find, but it was a pretty good size. And it was full, none of the pieces on it were broken. And it was just buried up under the sand on the ocean floor. And I was like, my nephews were so mad. They were like, I can't believe you found that. How did you find that? It was so funny. But I love hunting for seashells. That's one of my absolute favorite things to do. If I'm on the beach, I can spend probably around 5 to 6 hours just hunting for shells. I'll just be walking down in the ocean, walking down the shoreline. I think when I went back in May, was it May? May or June. I can't remember when it was. But I think I walked like 3 miles down the beach and 3 miles back hunting for shells. I'm just crazy. Crazy when it comes to hunting shells. Somebody said, "Are you an Elvira fan?" I'm a huge Elvira fan. I love her. I did a cosplay, or I dressed up as her last year for Halloween. I have not picked out my Halloween outfit for this year yet. I've got a few suggestions on cosplays I should do, and I'm taking those in to note when I'm planning out my Halloween costume, but I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to do more cosplays though. I think that would be a lot of fun. How do you guys feel about cosplay? Do you think they're dumb? Do you not like them? Do you love them? Do you love to see people express their creativity and love for other characters by dressing up as them? Let me know. I personally really love cosplaying. I think it's fun. I've never done it for myself, but I love to see other people do it. I think it would be fun to get into like building my own props and doing that though. So Frizz, oh my god, I didn't even know you were here. Have you just tuned in? What's Gav Tifa? I don't know what that is. Did I say that right? Frizz, I'm so glad you're here. I love you so much. Crowbone said, your crown. Oh my god, I need a crown. I do need one. I didn't drop it though. It's invisible. Let's see. Somebody said, can we meet you? Why would you want to meet me? Just wondering. I'm just a simple being on the internet. No, but I don't really know that I have a large enough internet presence to like do a convention or anything. I'm just kind of a simple being. I'm just as lame and boring in real life. So Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. I don't know much about Final Fantasy, but I will look that up, Frizz, and I will think about it. Throw punch. Oh my god. Hey friend, how are you? He said, because you're awesome, that's why. I guess. Somebody asked me what my Snap is. So, okay guys, I do have a Snapchat. I don't post on there a lot. Like, I don't even really open it. It's there. I think it's just Princess Gothic Bean. If you want to add me on Snapchat, I probably won't respond. But it's there. It's out there in the world. You can just add me as a friend if you want to. I know I get a lot of people DMing me, why aren't you responding to me on Snapchat? I'm like, I literally don't even look at it. Sorry. Somebody said, what is your favorite band? Okay, guys. So, my all-time favorite band of all time, I've said this many times, is Panic at the Disco. They're an early 2000s emo band. I grew up with them. I love Panic at the Disco with my whole entire heart. But with that, Panic at the Disco is no longer a band. Brendan Urie decided to call it quits a couple years ago. So I have found a replacement band for my current state in life, and that is Sleep Token. I am really loving Sleep Token. I saw them live back in May. Best concert I've ever been to in my life, hands down. It was so magical. I somehow got Barricade. I did not think I would get Barricade. I showed up at 8 in the morning and there was already 60 some people in line in front of me. I was like, shit, there's no way I'm getting Barricade. It's not gonna happen. 0% chance. But let me tell you, I made friends with the people I was in line with. We were cool. And when that door opened, everything went out the window. I took off like a speeding bullet. I've never ran so fast in my life. And there was a space this big at the barricade. I swear to God, it was this big. And I squeezed in there. I was like, hey, do you care if I squeeze in right here? Like, it was like two different people. They weren't together. And they were both very, very kind. And they were like, yeah, of course, girl, go ahead. If we can fit one more person up here, that's cool with us. And I'm like, so somehow I ran the fastest I ever did in my life. I got barricade for Sleep Token. I was right in front of Vessel, which is the lead singer. And he pretty much stayed right in front of me the whole entire night. But I had like crazy face paint on, had a really cool outfit I had planned out to see Sleep Token. Because there's a lot of lore, and I wanted my outfit to kind of reflect the lore that I had read about and know about them. Man, I can't get over it because I cried. When Vessel came out, I was a mess. I was in tears. I've never gotten that emotional at a show before, but just, I don't even know how my makeup stayed on. I used a really good setting spray, but I was crying. I was snotting. It was such a good show. I love that band so much. I would love to see them again. I'm hoping for a leg 2 US tour of their Take Me Back to Eden tour, which they just finished up. North America run. Now they're doing UK. And then I think they're taking a break for the holidays. And then I'm hoping and praying that they announce a tour for either next summer or next fall, because I'm ready. I will wait all day once more to try to get on that barricade to see them again. Man, I love music so much though, guys. I could talk about music all day long. I've got a couple shows coming up soon. I'm going to see 21 Pilots next month. They're one of my all-time favorite bands. I've been a fan of theirs since the very beginning. I love T.O.P. I'm so excited to see my boys. I haven't gotten to see them for their last 2 album runs, the tours they did for those last 2 albums, which is very sad, but I got tickets to see them. I'm going to show up to the venue super early. I'm hoping for barricade. A 21 Pilot show is such an amazing experience because Tyler and Josh is the drummer and Tyler is the lead singer. Tyler and Josh are so interactive with the crowd. They literally bring out these platforms for drums and they will get out in the crowd and play them. It's incredible. I think there was one show where Josh took a whole entire drum set out into the crowd. Crazy. But I'm really excited to see 21 Pilots again. I saw them back in 2013, I think. Maybe it was 2012, and it's the hardest show I've ever been to. I got kicked in the back of the head, my hair was being pulled, people were super rude and super pushy. It was not a good experience. Like, I was so excited to see them, of course, but I was on the barricade and people were trying to take my spot. They were trying to, like, physically move me, so I'm, like, bear hugging the barricade, and I'm, like, 16, 17, trying not to die. So I'm hoping that this concert will not be that experience again, but I'm very excited to see them nonetheless. They're in a bigger venue this time than the one I've seen them in back in the day. So very, very excited to see 21 Pilots. And, okay, other concerts I have coming up. I only have 2 right now. I'm going to see 21 Pilots, and then I'm going to see a smaller band called Nicotine Dolls in October? I think it's in October. Love Nicotine Dolls. They're from New York City. They're a smaller band. They're a much different kind of scene. It's more, I don't even know how to describe their music. It kind of reminds me of, like, just an 80s movie kind of music. I love them. The band's super sweet. I've met them several times. I always try to buy meet and greet to their shows because they're a smaller band, and I just want to support my friends. We're not friends, but I like to think we are. Every time I leave a comment, Sam will like it on Instagram. And when I seen them like a month ago, they recognized me. They were like, "Oh my god, hey, I know you." And I'm like, "I'm so glad." And Sam came out into the crowd and held my hand for part of How Do You Love Me Right Now? Or no, it was What Makes You Sad is a song by them. It's very good. But there's like this one part towards the end where he always like picks a member in the crowd, and he picked me last time. And it was so intense, the eye contact we were making. Shut the front door. It was great. But I'm very excited to see Nicotine Dolls again. They're a great live show. Sam, the lead singer, he's such an entertainer. He's hilarious. He does a lot of good impressions. He does an Owen Wilson that is so spot on. It's so good. But yeah, I love music. Tell me what kind of music you're into. I could talk music all day. I can go on a whole long music rant, to be honest. Like, just keep opening those doors and keep going down the corridor to get to another topic about music. I love music so much. I love going to concerts. It's my favorite thing to do, other than hunt seashells at the beach. Um, yeah, absolutely love music. So fun. Throat punch. Listen, you would not have wanted to see that. It was crazy. If you're talking about the 21 Pilot show I went to, it was hardcore. It was hardcore. I could listen to you talk about music all day long. Oh my god, thank you. I love talking music. I'm such a music fan. Frizz said you have to stand your ground as. And hold on. The heart emoji is cutting it off to where I can't read it. God, what does it say? Hold on. The heart emoji is right. Oh, and stomp some face first. Listen, Baby Bean can never stomp anybody's face. Right now, I regularly throw elbows if somebody gets too close to me or tries to get in my personal space. I will step on your toes. I will give you a very stern look. I will throw elbows. Don't you worry, I take care of myself at shows nowadays. I do not stand for that anymore. Absolutely not. I'm like, do not breathe on me. If I can feel your breath on the back of my neck, you are way too close to me. That's disgusting. No, thank you. Okay, what else have we got? Someone said, how can I chat with you one-on-one? Well, you can subscribe to my Instagram. That is usually the best way to talk to me one-on-one, or you can talk to me one-on-one kind of here in the stream, because I will directly respond to you. On that other site, there's some of that, but mostly Instagram subscribers is where you can talk to me the most. I'm always in my DMs. I'm always checking to see when you guys message me, and I try to be pretty good about responding unless I'm busy or not feeling good. But yeah, best way to talk to me is to subscribe to me on Instagram. A violent bean is something nobody wants to see. Literally no one. It gets kind of chaotic. I think I'm usually a pretty chill person. Like, I don't really have any confrontation at all. I don't like that. I like to have a very chill atmosphere where everybody's getting along. But if somebody comes up and decides they don't want to do that, give them the uppercut. I'm not handling that. Have to throw some fist or something. Throw a punch. The other site is the first link in my link tree. If you want to go look at it, it's in the description of this live stream right now. That's what I'm talking about. Adbert? Is that how you say your name? Adbert? I'm really bad at pronouncing names. If I'm butchering that, I'm so sorry. Let me know. He said, "Hey there, beautiful. Found you on IG. When I saw live on here, I jumped. Oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for chatting. I would like to chat to you more. I don't recognize you, so I would love to chat with you." Techno Geek, what's up? He said, I think he meant I'm in my 50s, so I always listen to 80s music. You look absolutely sensational. Oh my god, thank you. Techno Geek, you might like Nicotine Dolls if you like kind of that 80s kind of. It's almost a crooner, not a 50s crooner, but I don't know, it's like that 80s movie kind of music, like an 80s movie soundtrack. That's what Nicotine Dolls sounds like. I love them. I recommend their song 86,000. That's my absolute favorite. What Makes You Sad? How Do You Love Me Right Now? And Upset the Neighbors. Those are my 4 favorites. Adelbert. Did I say that right? Adelbert? Adelbert. I hope I said that right. Can I call you Bert? Is that weird? Is that gonna make you mad? I hope not. Okay, let's see what other questions I have. A lot of people ask me how old I am. I am 29. I just turned 29 on June 12th. I'm getting up there in age. I'm getting old. And that's okay. It happens to all of us eventually, I guess. I've been trying to be better about feeling blessed for living another year because I really didn't think I would live to see 18, let alone 29. So I'm just glad to still be kicking. It's been a hard journey, but I'm still here. And I'm very thankful for that. David said, "Hi, beautiful from the UK. Love from the UK. Whoa, not the UK. I've always wanted to travel to the UK. If you don't mind me asking, what part of the UK are you from?" I love a good British accent. I love Bridgerton. I know that's not really related, but I love learning about different locations, and UK is on my dream travel itinerary, so I would love to go to the UK one day. Bert, Bert is fine. Okay, cool. I'm glad. I'm glad. I like Bert. Bert's a cool name. Abe said I listen to mostly metal, but old school rock is my second choice. 80s, 70s, and 60s. Very good. I really like 50s music a lot. I've always really liked 50s music. My grandma, when I was growing up, she would play that television advertisement here in the United States. I'm sure there's something similar where you're at, where it was like they were selling a set of CDs for different like 50s songs, and it would just go on a loop and it would play clips of the different songs. It was like kind of how QVC sets up a product to sell. It was that, but just for like a 50s music collection, and my grandma would just play it. It had its own television channel. That's how impressive this was. But it was its own TV channel, and it would just play in a loop, and my grandma would turn that on sometimes. And I learned a lot of 50 songs when I was growing up from that. And I just developed this great love for like 50s and 60s music. Like Elvis, Chuck Berry, Lionel Richie, Little Richard, Patsy Cline, Buddy Holly. Just love all of those so much. So much. Bert said, "Oh snap, that's our third daughter's birthday. Oh my god, I share a birthday with your daughter. That's amazing. She just turned 21. 21. What a fun and dangerous age that is. Not for me. It wasn't for me. But I feel like a lot of freedom is gained when you turn 21. Everybody thinks it's so crazy, like you're going to be living a whole different life, but 9 times out of 10 is exactly the same as it was yesterday. It's like, sure, I guess you can drink now, you can vote, you can buy cigarettes. All of those things are not that great. Not good for your personal health. But I think there is a certain freedom in that. And I get the excitement for turning 21. But congratulations to her. That's very exciting. David is from Northern Hampshire. Hampshire? I think I said that right. I'm bad at pronouncing things. But yes, love to the UK. Love to the UK. Techno Geek, thank you so much. I don't think you're old. I think I'm old. I feel old. I feel like I've lived 400 lifetimes. I feel like I've consecutively lived the same life, but I just feel like I've been through so much that I feel extremely old. I feel like I've went through more things than most people go through in their lifetime, and it just makes me feel extremely, extremely old. Crowbone is from Edinburgh. I think I said that right. Edinburgh? Edinburgh? I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Send me your location and I will badly pronounce it for you. But Edinburgh, that's Scotland, right? I think that's right. You've told me, but I'm bad at places. I'm bad at geography. Is that it? I think it's geography. I'm really terrible. Anyway, throat punch. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not always on there. I'm not always on there. But the Instagram subscription, if you subscribe on Instagram, I will absolutely talk to you one on one. That's the best way to talk to me. I'm in my DMs there every single day. I'm always talking to you guys. You won't get the same experience as you would on other sites. It's more like friendly conversation, get to know you, you get to know me a little bit better. I love talking to you guys and learning about you. Like, I know Abe and Crowbone are two of my subscribers over on Instagram. I hope you don't mind me calling you guys out, but I talk to you literally almost every single day. Love them both very much, and I feel like they're definitely my friends. I like making those connections and being able to call you my friends. So, subscribe over on Instagram. I will talk to you. Where it said, we went to the Foo Fighters last week and they didn't even ID her. They didn't ID her for a beer? What? Oh my god. That is crazy. I hope you love seeing David Grohl though, or Dave Grohl. I love him. Love him. But they didn't ID her for a beer? Oh no. That's not good. That's jail time for whoever sold that beer. I worked in a grocery store for a very, 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 very long time. And we were so anal about IDing people. Like, I have to ID people that were like 80 years old. Like, we were just required to do that always. It's like, if you don't have an ID, I'm sorry, I can't sell this to you. And people would get really, really angry and they're like, can't you tell I'm old? I'm like, yes, I can, but I have to see your ID. I'm very sorry. It's our policy. I could go to jail if I don't ID you. So, it is shocking that they didn't ID her for a beer. Bert also said it's awesome you're doing this, getting to know the awesome behind the beauty. Oh my god, thank you so much. I always feel a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie, I try not to, but I always feel just a little bit awkward when I come on stream. Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, here I am, I guess. But I'm glad that you guys think that I'm awesome. I think you're awesome too. Okay, let's see what other questions I have on here. I don't know if this is really a good question to ask or to answer on here, but somebody said, what's your favorite bra? I have a very specific bra that I like. It's from Aerie or American Eagle's brand for like nightwear and like undergarments and stuff. But I have one specific bra that I love from there. I've owned like 4 or 5 of them, and they were out of stock for a very, very, very long time, and my heart dropped because the one I had started falling apart, and it's my favorite. I just like the way it fits. I like the way it holds everything together. And they were out of stock. And my old one started falling apart. And I had a panic attack. It was out of stock for months, guys. For months. And I just kept wearing my one that was falling apart. I was like, maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe they'll bring it back. Oh my god, this is not good. This is very not good. But then one day, I got the little emailer. It's like, hey, Bean, the bra you like is back in stock. Buy it while you can. Bought 15. I'm just kidding, I only bought one, but I was very excited that they had it back in stock. Never again. Never again will I go without my favorite bra. But I hope that answers Cornolandia Pros question. Oh, Bert, that makes sense. That makes sense. I got you. But I'm glad it was a great show. I love concerts so much. They're so fun. But I'm never one to do seats at a show. Absolutely not. I think that's revolting. I am not going to a show to sit down. Maybe I'll feel different as I get older. I highly doubt it. But if I'm going to a show, I want to mosh. I want to be jumping up and down. I want to be dancing. I want to be doing my own thing. I want to be swinging arms. I'm always in the pit. And I try to always be barricade. I don't always get there, but I always try. Seats aren't for me. Someone asked if I have a Telegram. I don't know what that is. I thought that was something they sent in the olden days. Ah, yes, sir. I'll send you a telegram. Somebody asked me what I do for a living. Guys, this is very controversial. But I think you guys all know what I do for a living. Right now, I do social media for a living. I'm very, very blessed and just very lucky to be able to do that as my profession. But previously, I have worked many jobs. I've worked in a grocery store from the time I was like 16 to the time I was like 21. I worked in a deli bakery for a very long time, probably about 5 or 6 years. And I decorated cakes, amongst other things. I did multiple jobs in the deli and bakery. I mostly decorated cakes, but I did a little bit of everything else too. That was my last job that I had, like, I guess, a real job. I did that for a very long time. But I also own my own photography business, and I did freelance photo editing from the time I think I had just started college. I was a couple months into college, which was about 8 years ago until just a few months ago. And now I'm very blessed and lucky to say that I do this full time. It's something I've been working really hard towards and something I've wanted to do for a very, very, very long time. And I've put a lot of work into making this happen. And I'm very grateful, blessed, lucky to say that I do social media and content creation full time. I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. It's not something that I thought I would ever be able to do. And right now, I'm hoping it lasts, but there's always that chance that I'll have to go back to what I was doing before. And if that happens, I think it won't be the end of the world and I'll do what I have to do. But right now, in this very moment, I'm very happy to say that I do this full time. I'm very blessed. I keep saying that, but I guess it means a lot. So, and it's because of you guys that I can do this. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. I feel like I'm giving an acceptance speech like I won a Grammy or an Oscar or something, but it means a lot to me. Throat Punch, yes, please subscribe on IG and I will message you. I promise. I will look through my DMs and find you. Who knew they got a custom bean cake? Yeah, I love decorating cakes. It's so fun. It was one of the funnest jobs I've had in my whole entire life. It's a fun time. It's very messy. I'm a very messy decorator, but it was a lot of fun. Photography is your favorite subject? Oh, that's so cool. That's what I kind of went to school for. I went to school for, it's basically graphic design, but a little bit different. And I did photography and freelance photo editing for a very long time. Abe, I do have backup plans. I think is always important to have a backup plan. Um, it's always important to think of the worst case scenario and be able to change to something different if you need to. So yeah, I do have a backup plan always. Bert loves my web shirt. Thank you. It's actually from Amazon. This whole outfit provided to you by Amazon.com. I know a lot of people don't like shopping Amazon. I don't care. I got good, cheap clothes that last me for a very long time. Necklace, Amazon harness, Amazon leggings, Amazon web shirt, Amazon earrings. I did not get from Amazon. I got those from an oddity festival I went to back in February. My glasses are Zenni Optical online, cheap if you don't have vision insurance. I do not. Very cheap. Just need to have your prescription. Throat punch, I don't know why that is the case. Oh no. I will check it out and I will let you know what I figure out. That's really weird. Because let me see if it's available to me. Hold please, I gotta check out the Instagram subscription. And I love having two Instagram accounts. If you don't follow me on Princess Gothic Bean 2, I post there also, but I can also check my stats and stuff from my second account to my first account to see if everything is working the way it should. Oh, I'm talking. Oh, no thank you. Okay, I don't know why that is, Throat Punch. There is not a waiting list on my end. I can subscribe directly, so I'm not sure what exactly is going on there. Maybe send an email to Instagram support. I know that's such a pain, and they hardly ever respond, but that is out of my hands. I don't know anything about that. That is very disappointing, though. I'm very sorry. Bert, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day, or what's left of it. Okay, back into that post because more people had asked me questions that I wanted to answer for you guys. Let me find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. What's my real name? It's Bean. I wish that was my real name. I don't give my real name out online. It's a privacy thing, but I wish that everybody called me Bean. My nickname is Bean in real life. Most people call me Bean except for my immediate family. But my friends, my my chosen family calls me Bean, and that is what I prefer. Prefer to be called Bean. Or other cute names like my love, my dear, Okay, let's see. Somebody said, what's your YouTube username? It's Princess Gothic Bean. That's what I am on every form of social media. And I think I really do have every form of social media at this point, so if you have a site that you haven't seen me on yet, search up Princess Gothic Bean because there's a good chance I'm there. I'm on Twitter now. Or X. Did it sound like X? I don't know if you guys can see that. But I'm on Twitter. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on many things. Techno Geek, thank you so much. I appreciate that because some people hassle me for my real name and it makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, please just call me Bean. That is what I am. That's what I want to go by. I guess that's me. I'm Bean. I appreciate that, Techno Geek. You are so sweet. I appreciate you. Ooh, guys, unrelated. Abe, I know we were talking about which universe I would live in, like in a book. What book universe I would live in if I had the choice. Last stream, and I said Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I've restarted reading Miss Peregrine's, and I forgot just how much I love it and how magical it is. It's such a good book. Right here on the shelf, I have all of my Miss Peregrine's books. They are so beautiful, so lovely. I love them so much. I just wanted to mention that, Abe, because we had talked about that. Please go read those books if you haven't. Everybody here right now, they're so good. They're beautiful. It's such great storytelling. Ransom Riggs has a new book coming out soon. I pre-ordered it. I'm so excited. I think I can't remember what it's called. It's something weird. Hold on, I'll look it up real quick. I'm very excited. This will be the first Ransom Riggs book that he has done outside of Miss Peregrine's, so I'm very excited. And what a cool name he has, Ransom Riggs. Get out of here. That's like the best name ever. It's alright, the new Ransom Riggs book is called The Extraordinary Disappointments of Leopold Berry. And I think it's gonna be a series because it says Sunderworld version 01. It's like looks like an old VHS tape for the cover. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but can you see it? I don't know. That's what it looks like. It looks very cool. I pre-ordered it. I'm very excited to get it. I love Ransom Riggs. He's one of my favorite authors. He did such a good job on Miss Peregrine's. And they are like young adult novels, but I think something in them just resonates with me as an adult too. I read those when I was a teenager, but even going back and reading them now, I'm like, oh man, I still love this. I feel the same way about the Hunger Games. I love the Hunger Games. Speaking of things I've pre-ordered that I probably shouldn't have, but I wanted them so bad. Hunger Games is coming out with these just absolutely stunning special edition versions of the books. They're like a nice floral print. They actually released them in the UK earlier this year, but they had a hardcover on them, which I wanted, but they sold out super quick. And the resale price for those are like $400 to $500, and I was like, I cannot afford that. That's too much. My heart is hurting. But a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago at this point, yeah, they announced that the Hunger Games, those versions were coming to the US, but in a paperback. And I was like, you know what? I gotta have them. They're so beautiful, and they were only like $40. So I was like, compared to 500, okay, yes, sign me up. I want them. I'll take them immediately, please. I love Hunger Games, and there's a new Hunger Games book coming out soon. Shut the front door. I'm so excited. I am. It's called Sunrise on the Reaping. It's gonna be about Haymitch's story. I think it's the second quarter quell. The third quarter quell? It's one of the quarter quells, which was Haymitch's game. I don't know exactly whose POV it's going to be from yet. I don't know if Suzanne Collins is going to do Haymitch's POV or if it's going to be like from, what's his name? What is his name? The host of the Hunger Games, Caesar Flickerman, that's it. It took me a minute. But, or if it's going to be like from the hostess perspective, because they narrate the whole entire games too. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. It's already signed up for a movie deal too. I love the Hunger Games. I listen to it often on Audible. They're like my comfort books. If I don't have anything to listen to and I just want something that I know and love, I always just turn on my Hunger Games audiobooks. I'm such a nerd. Abe said, guys, just be careful. They have made many fake bean accounts. Don't be fooled. Yes, there are many, many fake Instagram accounts out there of me. People will try to message you and try to get money from you. That's not me. Absolutely not. I am sorry that happens. I get a lot of DMs being like, hey, is this you? And I'm like, how many times do I have to tell the world that I only have 2 Instagram accounts? At the moment, there's only 2. There's Princess Gothic Bean, and there's Princess Gothic Bean 2. Those are the only 2 I have. Those are probably the only 2 I'll ever have. I might include a 3rd one at some point for something different. But I will let you guys know if I have it. Like, have another account. Other than that, if you're seeing Princess Gothic underscore 1054 underscore bean at gmail.com or whatever, that is very obviously not me. Take some hints. Look at the username. If it's got an underscore, a letter, unless it's the number 2 for Princess Gothic Bean 2, it's not me. And if it DMs you or follows you back, it's not me. If it's like, oh, hey, I've seen you've been a fan for a very long time. Do you want to know something? And then it tries to ask you for money or something. That's not me. It is not me. Only 2 accounts I have are Princess Gothic Bean and Princess Gothic Bean 2. And I will never, I'll never DM you unless you are a subscriber on Instagram. Those are the only people I DM. So if you get a random DM from an account that looks like me, it's not me. I hate to break it to you, but it's not me. Techno Geek, oh my god, I'm so glad you were able to subscribe on Instagram. Yay! I will message you after this stream. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I love getting new people to talk to there. Not to say that I don't love the guys I talk to every single day, because I do. I love you guys. Love talking to you, love making connections and talking about myself and hearing you guys talk about yourselves. I think it's fun. Oh no, Crowbone, it was a TikTok. I'm sorry. They have one of my watermarked OnlyFans pics. I swear to God, these people, I have protection set up for that, but they don't always catch everything. I have one of those DMAC takedown sites or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But, they're supposed to be removing anything that is not me or asking my approval if those accounts are me. Sometimes they catch them and sometimes they don't. But, Crow, I'm sorry that happened. I wish I could take that away and be like, no, that is not me. That's not the bean. Man, what else? Oh, I got some emails. Hold on. Oh, there was a Google security alert. Princess Gothic Bean, somebody signed into your account. It was me. That is so funny. Ooh. Okay. Not sponsored. I think I have to say that. I don't know. But there's this browser extension that you can have in Chrome called Honey, and it will detect like price drops and coupons and things for you. And I just got an email that a harness that I really want has went down in price on Amazon, and I'm like, oh no, I do not need this right now. I do not need it. but the prices went down a whole $4. That's big savings, y'all. That is big savings. Anthony Hazel, hey, what's up? How are you? Thanks for coming to the stream. Oh no, I can't buy that harness, but I really want it. I do. Ooh, speaking of Hunger Games, there is a new Hunger Games post from the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which was the prequel book to Hunger Games that came out 2 years ago. I gotta read this real quick. I'm obsessed with anything Hunger Games. I love, love, love Hunger Games so much. Okay. Anthony said, what are the perks for dating a goth girl who has tattoos? I don't really know. I have one tattoo that I hate. I got it with my ex-best friend. I've told this story many times. But got it with my ex-best friend and I desperately want it removed and I no longer want to have any more tattoos. I feel like it will always lead to some sort of regret. I know that's not the case for everybody, and I think tattoos are great. I think they're beautiful if that's what you're into. But for me personally, I don't really know that there are any perks in dating any kind of person with tattoos, unless that's just something you like to visually look at. Anthony, I'm glad you're doing good though. Glad you're good. I'm also doing well today. It's getting hot in here, guys. Hold on. I covered up my vent because I was cold, but I'm gonna uncover it because I'm getting a little warm. Getting a little too warm for my liking. Every time I move, it's like my hair goes in 45 billion different directions. I'm gonna move this a little bit. It's gonna be loud, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's better. Alright. I think I have some more questions saved. Hold, please. Oh, someone asked what my guilty pleasure is. My guilty pleasure, and I haven't done this in a very long time, but this is very true, it's been this way my whole life, is to sneak in the kitchen late at night. We're talking like 2 or 3 a.m. and getting a little snack out of the fridge. My grandma, when I was growing up, she would make a pot roast. She didn't make it with vegetables and stuff, it was just the roast and like some seasonings and an onion. Just the onion, but not like carrots and stuff. And it was always so good when she put it in the fridge at night. It was good cold. I don't know how to explain it, but it was so delicious. And I lived with her for a long time. And I would sneak in the kitchen late at night. Sometimes I would even crawl down the hallway because her room, her and my grandpa's room was like directly across from mine. And I was always trying to be so quiet. But I would sneak down the hallway very, very, very gently open the refrigerator door. And it was difficult. That thing was so loud and so noisy that I would try to open it as quietly as I could. And my grandma always stored the roast beef in the loudest container possible. It was like either a plastic one with this plastic lid that sounded like, imagine like you throw a piece of glass on the ground and that shattering sound, that's what this thing sounded like anytime you moved it. Or she would put it in a really heavy glass container, but I would sneak in the kitchen and I would very carefully, I was probably being loud as shit, to be honest. I was probably being way, way, way too loud and my grandma probably knew exactly what I was doing, but I would sneak in there and I would lift the lid and I would just start eating the roast beef. I'd start eating the roast, and it was delicious. There's just something about going to the kitchen late at night and pilfering through what you have in the refrigerator and just eating. It's not good for you. I haven't done this in a long time, but that definitely is a guilty pleasure of mine, is just sneaking in there, and it just hits different. Any kind of food hits different at like 2 and 3 a.m. Try it out. Let me know what you think. I'm curious. Let me know if you do this too. I try not to. I try to like eat dinner and not eat anything until the next day, but man, when I was younger, sneak into the kitchen in the middle of the night to get a little snack. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Or I was really bad to sneak ice cream too, like sneak ice cream out of the freezer. My grandpa used to get this one. It was a vanilla, but it had like chocolate syrup already in it. Oh man, and it come in like one of those giant ice cream buckets. That at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, very specific, hits different. That's like on a whole new level. You're sitting there with the biggest spoon imaginable, just like, it's so good, so good. Anthony said, "How's life treating you?" It's treating me pretty good. I can't complain. Nothing too exciting happening. Just taking it one day at a time. Matt, thank you. I am having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. How are you? Anthony, I love ice cream. I love ice cream. Oh my god. Um, so my two favorite kinds of ice cream. There is an ice cream place. It's many, many, many hours away from me, but they have one ice cream that's called a UF oat. It's like oatmeal and cinnamon. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is so good. That's my favorite ice cream on the planet. It's like god tier ice cream. It's so good. Like it'll make you want to slap somebody. It's so good. But like if we're talking in general, I'm always good with a cookie dough. 10 out of 10, or a coffee ice cream. I really, really love just a regular coffee ice cream. So good, but a cookie dough is definitely my favorite at the top. If there's cookie dough on the menu, 9 times out of 10, I will get the cookie dough ice cream. What about you? What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? I also really like pistachio ice cream. I think that's very good too. Abe said if you want to make it more difficult, try doing it when they put aluminum foil on it. Listen, I've had that. I know that fear of being too loud trying to peel up that aluminum foil, and it's so loud. Who decided to make a food covering that is so loud? I hate aluminum foil. Or here in the South, we call it tinfoil. It's not tinfoil, it's tinfoil. But the tinfoil is always so loud. It's so loud. It's like, and when you tear off a piece, I'm always afraid I'm gonna cut myself. I hate it. It's so dangerous. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Somebody also asked me, what is my biggest dream and or aspiration? I think those are the same thing, but anyway. My biggest dream of my life would be to travel. I want to travel all over the world. I hope that one day I'm able to do this. I would love to go to Greece. That is top of my list. Dream destination. I would love to spend like a couple months there. Just explore the history of Greece. There's so much history. And I'm really into Greek myth, so I would love to learn more about that and be in the place where all of these myths took place. All of these gods reigned. I'd love to go to Greece. Love to go to the UK, Scotland. I'd like to go to Antarctica. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd like to go to Japan. I would like to go somewhere where I can see the northern lights, where I can like rent one of those glass igloos and you can just watch the northern lights. I would really, really like to do that. But yeah, I would love to travel. That's really what I would like to do. I would always want to come back home and be home for a while, but traveling is my dream. I wanted to travel since I was a little kid, just to see how other people live and see the beauty of this world. Yeah, that's what I would like to do. Techno Geek said my favorite flavor of ice cream is pralines. Oh no, I'm allergic to pecans and walnuts. Like deathly allergic. I have anaphylactic response where my throat will swell shut. Had that happen a few times. It's not fun. I have to carry an EpiPen. Always have Benadryl somewhere on me. Usually a bottle of liquid Benadryl. But yeah, I am very deathly allergic to pecans and walnuts. But I'm not allergic to almonds, pistachios, peanuts, cashews. I am allergic to hazelnuts, walnuts, pecans. It's a really weird allergy. I used to be allergic to all tree nuts when I was younger, but I got an allergy test probably about a year and a half ago now, and my allergies have changed. I'm still allergic to pecans and walnuts, but all the other nuts other than hazelnuts and macadamia nuts I can have. Very strange allergy. I've not met anyone else with this like very specific type of allergy before. Really weird. I'm also allergic to cats and dogs. That's at the top of the list on my allergy chart. It's like, do not go near a cat or a dog. You are allergic. And I know this to be true. Anytime I'm around animals, my skin will whelp up, my eyes will start itching, I can't breathe. One time, I've told this story on stream before, but I'll tell it again because it's very interesting. So my dad's mom, she used to keep cats in the house, and we would never go up there because she had animals in the house. But there was one time she swore up and down to my mom that there were no cats in her house anymore. She had done a deep clean, and everything in her house was clean. And she wanted me and my brother to come stay the night. And my mom was like, I mean, you don't see your Nana much. Since she's got those cats out of the house, we'll let you go. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm up there maybe like 4 or 5 hours before I start getting to where I cannot breathe. Like, cannot breathe whatsoever. My mom gets me. They rush me to the hospital. Turns out I had cat dander in my lung and my whole entire lung had collapsed. So that was the last time I ever stayed up there. And if that doesn't tell you how allergic I am to animals, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very, very allergic to cats and dogs and most other animals. Anthony said, rainbow ice cream or vanilla bean ice cream, both are very delicious. I love a birthday cake icing with that fake blue icing in it. That's so delicious. It's so good. 10 out of 10. Mexico's not on the list. I think it would be fun to go to Mexico. And yes, seems like it would be really hot. And I don't want to go anywhere that's like hot. One of the reasons I don't want to go to California or Florida, hot. Too hot. Disgusting. Seems like anytime I see anyone who lives there, they're always like, yeah, it's 105 degrees today. And I'm like, ew. That makes me sick to my stomach. No, thank you. Cal Tipper said, I love you, Bean. I love you too. Thanks for sending me a little chat on the keyboard. I appreciate that. Ooh. Someone asked me, what is my favorite way to celebrate an event? I guess they're talking about like a life event or like a party or something. Or a birthday. My favorite thing to do is like to go out to a fancy dinner where they've got really good desserts or go to a dessert place afterwards. Like, go somewhere that I love to eat. There's this one place close by, they do a really, really good gluten-free burger. And they have this bison cheese dip with tortilla chips that is out of this world. Go there, go get like some cheesecake or something. That's the perfect way to celebrate for me. I don't need anything fancy, just good food and a good time. Abe, I'll add Mexico to the list just for you. Just for you. Cal Tipper said, ever been on the back of a motorbike? I have not. I've been on the back of a four-wheeler and a three-wheeler. My brother and my dad loved riding four-wheelers and three-wheelers when I was growing up. I was never really the driver. I was always like the lackey on the back, so I've done a lot of that. I have wrecked a lot of four-wheelers in my time. I think almost every single time that I've been on a four-wheeler, somehow we have wrecked it. So, Anthony Hazel said, any new anime? I don't really watch anime. I never have. I don't know why. I think the art style for anime is cool, but it's just never something I guess, really been interested in. But if you have some recommendations on something you think is good, I might check it out. No promises, but I might. Always looking into new things. I didn't mean to hit the mic. I am so sorry. Alright, let's see. Somebody asked me how to unpack trauma. Absolutely not. Not right now. Somebody said, what is your favorite snack food? Okay, this is going to be unpopular. This is going to be real unpopular, but I really love cottage cheese. I think it's so good. Like, I could just sit there and eat it out of the container with a spoon. I know we're talking about food a lot in the stream. I don't mean to, but my favorite snack is cottage cheese. Just leave me in a room with a tub of cottage cheese. So delicious, so good. Cal Timber said, what's your favorite joke? Okay. I do have a joke. I don't know if I can tell it. Hold on. It's an old Norm Macdonald joke. I want to see if I can find it and I'll read it to you. It's my all-time favorite joke. It's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the joke. But this is an old Norm Macdonald joke. He's my favorite comedian. I adore him. He's so funny. I know he's passed away now, but he's very funny. Okay, so one afternoon, a frog hops into a bank. Seeing a bank teller's name tag, the froggy says, "Hi, Mrs. Whack. I would like to take out a loan to renovate my lily pad." Mrs. Whack is confused because it's a talking frog asking for a loan. Trying to be polite, Mrs. Whack says, "Please call me Patty. What's your name? What's your background?" The frog responds, "My name's Kermit. And you may not believe this, but my father is Mick Jagger." Okay. Miss Wax says, "Well, I suppose Jagger has a froggy face, so I guess I see the family resemblance. Even though your father is rich, you're gonna need some collateral for the loan." Kermit takes out a little pink elephant figure and says, "Is this good enough for collateral?" Puzzled, Mrs. Wag replies, "I have no idea. Let me check with my manager." "Sure, tell him I said hello," adds the frog. "He knows me." Mrs. Whack approaches the bank manager to explain the situation. "There's a frog here who wants to take out a loan. Apparently, he's Mick Jagger's son. However, all he has for collateral is this little pink elephant. Should I give him a loan?" The The manager picks up the figurine and smiles and exclaims, "It's a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the frog a loan. His old man is a rolling stone." I don't tell that good, or that joke as good as Norm Macdonald does. Please go look it up on YouTube. Him telling it, I love his comedy because a lot of it's so deadpan. It's so funny when he does it. But that is my favorite joke. Oh, that's such a good joke. I love it so much. It's a knick-knack, paddywhack in the frog alone. His old man's a rolling stone. It's so good. It's like a really, you can make that into a really long, convoluted joke, but the payoff at the end is just, it's so funny. It's so funny. Throw Punch, thanks for reporting that on IG. I appreciate it. Anthony said, how about blue? It's at exercise or excise? I don't know anything about that, but. Techno Geek said, your laughter is contagious. Thank you. Cal Timber said, oh my god, I love that. It's such a good joke. It's the best joke I know, to be honest. It makes me laugh and cackle every time I hear it. But if you want it told in a very, very funny way, please go listen to Norm Macdonald tell the joke. He's so funny. I love him. All of his jokes are so funny. And if you want to see some of his older stuff, he used to do the weekly report on Saturday Night Live. 10. Honestly, he's hilarious. Throw a punch, you knew the punchline. I'm glad. I'm glad you did. Like I said, no one tells it better than Norm Macdonald. My king. Okay, let's see what else we got. What's the last? Oh, I can't answer that. Someone says, "What's the last dream you remember?" I can't answer that. That's not appropriate for this stream. Someone said, "Describe yourself in 3 words: funny, hot, goth." Ooh, okay. I'm so glad somebody asked this. Somebody said, "What is your favorite conspiracy theory?" Y'all, I love a conspiracy theory. I live for a conspiracy theory, but my favorite one is the one Shane Dawson did several years ago about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza and how. Okay, here's the theory. Let me explain it to you. So you go into a Chuck E. Cheese, you order a pizza. The pizza comes out, but all of the slices aren't symmetrical. They almost look like they've been taken from other pizzas. The theory goes, if a family goes in and has some pizza from Chuck E. Cheese, but they leave some over, the staff will take it into the kitchen and use it for another pizza. And once they have enough pieces from one whole pizza, they will serve it back to a different customer. Don't sue me. That's just a conspiracy theory, neither confirmed or denied. Chuck E. Cheese did get up in arms about this, though, after Shane released that video many years ago. They were like, we make our pizzas fresh every single time, but to this day, you can go into a Chuck E. Cheese and order a pizza, and 9 times out of 10, the pieces are not even, and they look like they've been pieced together from different pizzas. Yeah, just saying. That's my favorite conspiracy theory. It's so good. I love it. Okay, let's see. Somebody said, "Do you like going to the movies?" I think they might have asked this where I went to the movies over the weekend. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about the movie I seen. It made me so mad. Maybe I will talk about it. It's very controversial though, and I don't think many people will agree with me. But I love going to the movies. I love going in. The theater I go to has those nice reclining seats. Get some popcorn. I usually take my Stanley in with me, like my water cup. I usually just take it with me. I have a bag for it, so it looks like my purse. Nobody's ever stopped me, but I love going to the theater. I will talk about the movie I seen on Friday with my mom. She really enjoyed it, which I was glad for. It was her birthday. I took her, my grandma, and my cousin to the movies to see this chick flick. It's a movie based on a Colleen Hoover book. It's called It Ends With Us. It's about domestic abuse. I hope it doesn't get flagged here on on YouTube, but it's about DA, and it's very badly done. And I'm just saying, if that girl would have listened to her man and not been lying to him, none of that would have ever happened. And all of the things that were quote unquote DA, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, were all very accidental. It was just very badly put together. If they wanted to get that message across of a woman leaving that kind of situation, they should have done it better, because the way they did it was just very stupid, in my opinion. It wasn't well done. It didn't really make sense. I'm not really going to get into it because that's, like I said, it's very controversial, and I think a lot of people would come for my neck over it, but I didn't enjoy the film. Loved everybody in it. I love Blake Lively. I love Justin Baldoni. I think they're great. Fantastic. I've had the hots for Blake for a very long time. I think he is so beautiful. But I don't think it was well done. I think I think it could have been so much better. But anyway, I've not read the book, so I don't know how the book is. I don't plan on reading it, but anyway. Throat Punch, thanks for being here. I will see you later. Somebody said, are you Team Spotify or Team Apple Music? I am Team Spotify. I've heard that Apple Music gives artists more of a percentage for streams, so I'm thinking about switching over, but right now, I love Spotify. I love the little thing they do at the end of the year. It's like, unwrap your Spotify stuff for the whole year, and they show you how many minutes you listen to and what your genre of the year was. I think that's so fun. I love that so much. But at the moment, I'm Team Spotify. What's my favorite streaming service? Netflix. I'm a Netflix girly. I love Netflix. I use that, and I use my brother's Peacock account to watch Love Island, because I am obsessed with Love Island. It's such a good show. Have you ever read a book that changed your life? Yes, I have. It's my favorite book of all time. Here it is. This book changed my life. It's The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. It deals with some very, very touchy subjects. It's I don't know if, I think YouTube will flag the word, but it's about a girl who's really going through it, and she decides to end things. That's how we'll say it, because I don't want to get anything flagged here on YouTube. And she ends up in this library called the Midnight Library, where she is able to go into different books about how her life could have been different based on the decisions she made or did not make. And she kind of sees what her whole life could have been in a bunch of different scenarios. At the end, thank God she's okay, and she decides to go back to the life that she lived in the beginning to fix everything that was wrong and that she made wrong. It's a very good book. I recommend this to anybody I meet. I think it is good no matter what age you are, how you live, what kind of books you like to read. This book, this is it. This is the one. I really, really love this book. It means a lot to me. It's very depressing. I think there should be a trigger warning in the beginning of this book. It's a hard read if you have any kind of mental health issues. I definitely struggled through some of this book, but it had such an impact on my life, and I highly, highly recommend this so much. It's such a good book. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. I don't go back to it often because the subject matter is so heavy, but I do recommend this. Matt Haig is a wonderful author. Also, I've read a few of his other books. 10 out of 10. I recommend this. 100%. Okay. Had to put that back on the shelf. Rick, what's up, homie? How are you? Hope you're doing good. Okay, so it says, when you vacation, do you prefer a relaxed vibe or something adventurous and or touristy? It depends on what kind of vacation I'm going on. If I'm going somewhere that I've been before, like the beach, I'm relaxed. I'm in t-shirts and shorts or a bikini the whole entire time. I'm chilling. I'm hanging out with my family. I'm taking a nap on the beach. Taking a nap in the house. I'm always sleeping. I'm reading a book. But if I'm going to like somewhere I haven't been before, I'm definitely a tourist. I'm doing all of the tourist things. I'm looking up cool places to eat. I'm looking up things I can do, like go to museums or historical sites. I love that kind of stuff. I think that is so much fun. I love exploring new places like that. I think that's one of the reasons I want to travel so much too, is to be able to do that. Somebody said, what age do you feel like? I feel like I'm 98. Honestly, I feel like I am so old. I feel ancient. I feel like my bones are brittle when I'm dying. That is definitely what I feel like. Are you into any podcast? Yes, I listen religiously to the Shane Dawson podcast. It's him, his husband, his brother, sometimes his brother's wife, and their friend Chris. It's such a good time all the time. It's such a fun podcast to listen to. I think I actually have a new episode I need to listen to. But it's just fun. They talk about conspiracy theories, stuff going on in the world. It's it's a good podcast. I highly suggest the Shane Dawson podcast. I also listen to The Sip, which is Shane's husband Rylan's podcast. He does that with his best friend Lizzie. It's also very good. They talk more about like drama and stuff going on in the world in that regard. It is very good. What is my ideal way to spend my birthday? Oh man. So, my ideal way to spend my birthday would be to go to the beach. Honestly, I love going to the beach. I want to be at the beach. I feel like that is the place I'm most relaxed in the world, is just on the ocean, in my chair that lays back, with a book, with my water, with some snacks, going to hunt for seashells. That's my ideal birthday situation, but also I would like to go out to a nice dinner or go on a little adventure somewhere fun that's like close by to my house. Those are my ideal situations, but like top tier, top of the list is to be at the beach, soaking up the sun, reading a book, just out on the ocean. There's, in my opinion, there's literally nothing better than that. That is also always what I want to be doing. Hold on. I lost my place. Ooh, okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl? I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl ever since I was a little girl. I've always loved to stay up late and sleep in the mornings. I'm a person that will stay up until like 3 or 4 a.m. and then need to sleep until like 8 or 9. I love being up late. I hate going to sleep. I love sleeping, don't get me wrong. I love to take a nap. 10 out of 10 is great, but I'm definitely a night owl. I feel like the time that I relax is when I'm awake in the time from like 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. I'm relaxing. I'm just like scrolling on my phone or I'm reading a book and everything is just quiet. There's nothing happening. It's the best. And I love being awake when I know everyone else is asleep. Like most people in the world are sleeping and I'm awake. And there's just something so quiet about that. And I love it. What's my favorite color? Blue. A nice, like, cerulean blue. That is my favorite color. Or a grayish blue. Uh, I love blue. Any color blue, honestly, but those two more specifically. Oh man, this says, do you live by any words of wisdom? I do. Um, the words of wisdom that I live by is everything happens for a reason and good things fall apart so better things can fall together or come together. Not fall together. Better things can come together. It's a Marilyn Monroe quote. Um, I, my dad passed away many years ago, and he had left that written down on a piece of paper, and we found it after he had passed. And I have carried that with me for many years. And I definitely believe that everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad. Ooh, yeah, okay. Someone said, do you think our dreams have hidden meanings? Yes. Yes, I do. I think dreams happen because your brain is trying to work something out. It's always an unconscious thing going on in your head, even if you're not thinking about it. Your brain, somewhere in your brain, and every single thing that happens, it's always trying to figure it out and make sense of it. And I think this is a proven scientific thing. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take my word on it. I'm no scientist. But I think our dreams are a way of interpreting what our brain is trying to figure out in situations that we have maybe had that day. It's like trying to work that out in a way that it can make sense out of. But yeah, I do think our dreams have meaning. Oh man, if you could time travel, when and where would you go? I would travel to the 1950s and I would stay there and I would become a modern housewife. That is my dream. That is what I would love. Um, I think the 50s were such a different time. Everything was so much simpler and so much more orderly, I guess. I feel like the world now is so chaotic and there's so much going on and so many things mean different things and it's just too much. I feel like the 1950s, it was just a much simpler time and the role of a woman wasn't so scattered. It was just very cookie cutter, I guess. I guess that's an unpopular opinion, but that's it. That would be it for me. I would I would love that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, what is the most annoying thing people do in public? Talk loudly. I cannot stand when people are too loud in public. Or people who talk on speakerphone and they're like talking so loud into the phone. No, it's like, talk like a regular human being on the phone. Like, there is no reason for you to be talking that loudly in public, but also no reason for you to have that speakerphone on and have that person yelling back to you. It's always so loud and so annoying. Or if you're in a restaurant and there is somebody who just cannot be quiet to save their lives, they're talking so loud, they're disrupting the whole entire restaurant. I cannot stand that. Oh, my light went dead. Dang. That's okay. I'm gonna wrap up the stream soon anyway. But I cannot stand loud people. That's a no-go for me. I can't stand it. 0 out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions and then I'm gonna hop off here. Someone said, is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. Anything that has basically 2 pieces of bread and something in the middle, that's a sandwich to me. I know a hot dog bun isn't necessarily 2 pieces of bread, but in my head they can rip apart and become 2 pieces of bread, and that makes it a sandwich. What do you think? Do you guys think a hot dog is a sandwich? Because I think a hot dog is a sandwich. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes, I think it does. I love a pineapple on pizza. I think it's delicious. If you haven't tried it, don't knock it. How do you know if you like something if you've never tried it? That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more. How many close friends is ideal? I would say like 2, maybe even like 1. I think it is very hard to trust people, even people you feel like you can trust, and I think there's always a chance that they could backstab you or betray you. I have had that happen to me, and it's definitely not a good feeling, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to have many close friends. I think you should find 1 or 2 people that you really, really trust with your whole entire life, and that should be it. Well, anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, guys. I'm gonna hop off of here because my light went dead and it kind of looks a little weird now. But I appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's hit the stop streaming button, Bean.